Husband, M33, wants physical attention but I, F31, think this is unreasonable at this moment. My husband, M33, and I, F31, have been together for 10 years and married for 6. Our relationship has been good. We are friends. We get on. We hang out. We've worked together. We've traveled together. We talked family, goals, politics, children, finances, etc. We are sexually compatible. Apart from a couple of awkward months when we first started living together and he wanted sex all the time and I couldn't keep up. We talked through it and figured things out, hence being together. All this to say, we have a good relationship generally. We agreed that we would try to have children in our 30s and stop all birth control on my 30th birthday. I fell pregnant in January this year and we were both thrilled. Went for the first scan. All was great. We told our parents we were expecting just 3 weeks ago, but unfortunately 9 days ago, I had a miscarriage. Doctors said there was nothing we could have done differently and that sometimes this just happens. 3 days ago, I went for a follow-up scan to make sure my womb is clear of any tissues and mentioned a fever and pain which started the day before the appointment. It turns out I had an infection and needed to have minor surgery as a matter of urgency to resolve it. So 2 days ago I had the operation. General anesthetic. An hour. Overnight stay for observation. And thankfully that went well. I'm literally counting down hours to my next dose of painkillers and am very much an emotional mess still because of the miscarriage. I can hardly sit up because of the wound from the surgery and am only moving when necessary. For a bit of a distraction, I picked up my journal for the first time in a couple of weeks today and my husband came in the room and asked if I am writing about the best blowjob that I will give him tonight. I asked him what makes him think that I have any thoughts of sex or blowjobs at the moment. He asked why I wouldn't. I said because I had a miscarriage last week and emergency surgery a couple of days ago, so I'm just trying to keep myself together and not constantly be in tears because of the emotional or physical pain I'm in. He picked up his phone and went off to another room and hasn't spoken to me since. How can I resolve this? TLDR. I had a miscarriage 9 days ago and an emergency operation. Unrelated. 2 days ago and my husband wants a blowjob, but I told him I wasn't even thinking about it. Now he's ignoring me. Edit. Thank you to everyone who has responded. I fell asleep after posting, so I am quite overwhelmed by finding so many replies waiting. I just wanted to make some things clear. He has been a great partner until this. I can't think of any other selfish or inconsiderate behavior. In the past when I've been ill, he's taken care of me and been loving and caring. I know I'm very emotional at the moment. That's why I wanted to check that I'm not overreacting by being upset and angry. I agree that he is in TGE wrong by asking how to resolve this. I guess I was hoping to get some suggestions on how to address this because he's not talking to me. And I don't want to ignore this, and frankly I need his help at least for the next couple of days. I don't have anyone nearby to go stay with and didn't think it would be necessary. You can't resolve something that isn't your fault. This is 100% on your husband. You're an emotional mess. You've been through something traumatizing. And his only concern is getting his dick wet. That's absolutely ridiculous. This made me physically recoil. Has he always been so lacking in empathy? This is cartoonishly revolting. So, you're married to a selfish asshole. In your shoes I'd get back on birth control. Because one way or another this'll take time to resolve. That is a grossly selfish, tone-deaf and insensitive ask. Is he always stupid or just when it comes to waving his dick in his recovering wife's face? I hate to say it, but you may have dodged a bullet. I can imagine him asking for a BJ while you're in labor. Please don't try and get pregnant by this man again is the first step. Then get some therapy for both of you together. He's only going to get worse. If he didn't learn empathy and compassion in his 33 years of life, what makes you think a convo or some couples therapy can rewire this man? No one who truly loves you would be so callous. Bruh. Best blow job a week after a miscarriage. Days after surgery? Lucky you didn't just bite it off and hand it to him for suggesting it. Let him sulk. You're in the right and don't let him play victim. His request isn't just unreasonable and unfathomable. It's actually full-on disgusting. Damn. I'm sorry, Op. I am a dude and I like sex and all. But that line about the blowjob made me literally cringe. Like cringe on the outside. Not on the inside. I am sad for you and embarrassed for your husband. Nothing to say but I'm sorry. And that is anything but okay. I would probably ask him if he really thinks the way he treated you is okay. If he says yes, start planning your exit. Wow. He sounds awful. I know you can't judge by just one experience. But he is showing absolutely no empathy towards you. I truly hope you are reconsidering having a child with a man that treats you this way. Do not subject an innocent child to having a man like this as their father. This is also the kind of man that will leave you if you ever fell extremely ill. I hope your eyes are opening up. Wow. Consider yourself forewarned. Don't have kids with this guy. If he's this cold when you've had emergency surgery and an emotional slap in the face, imagine how he will be in pretty much almost the exact same situation. But different. When you actually have a baby? Is he gonna have a tantrum when you're recovering from birth and attending a screaming baby? Probably on your own. 'Cause gasp no blowjob. How is he going to feel about no sex for a long time while you're healing? Is he gonna have any empathy when you struggle to do tasks? Step up when you're burnt out from the baby? Your husband is garbage. And if you decide to try again for kids in the future, it should not be with him. Ew. Seriously. There is nothing for you to resolve. Your husband, on the other hand, has to learn how to not be a selfish asshole. I think I'd be leaving this man. That's heartless what he said, how he acts. He is a miserable person. That is wow IDK if I even have the words to convey how much I currently feel for you. When my wife miscarried, she was absolutely devastated. The subsequent D&C procedure was both emotionally and physically incredibly impacting. She was a wreck. I booked us a 3-week honeymoon-style trip to the other side of the planet just so she could disconnect from everything and give her space to process. We had a wonderful trip together, and soon after she found the strength to try again. Sex was completely off the table during all of this. I can't even fathom asking my wife for any sexual favors during this time. To me it feels wrong on every level. Physically, she just had an invasive procedure in her frickin' vagina. It needs time to heal. Emotionally, sex could potentially lead to another pregnancy, which she's obviously not ready for. Personally, having my own dreams at becoming a father shattered and watching my wife struggle with the fallout of it all. Sex just don't come to my mind. I just want to hold her and tell her it's going to be alright and it's not her fault. Op, you are not my wife, but I've witnessed firsthand what a miscarriage did to mine, and the thought of you having to deal with this alone makes me feel horrid. You need time to heal and a husband that loves and supports you. I don't know how, or if, your husband supports you, but I would take this life event as an example of how he will treat you in the future. Only you can decide if this is something you want for your life. I wish you all the love and support in your recovery. Sending internet hugs. This is divorce-worthy. 1. It's not on you to resolve. 2. Please do not have kids with this low empathy blowjob gremlin. Oh ew. How will this man behave if you get pregnant again and have complications during the birth or struggle with illness throughout? He is selfish. Sometimes the hardest thing to go through can be a blessing in disguise. Is this somebody who you really want to have a child with? Girl. Nope. Nope, right on out of there. Your husband is scum. You just lost a baby. You had to have a D&C to remove retained tissue. And you're emotionally spent from losing an already loved and wanted baby. And all your husband cares about is his dick. Not you, not your well-being, not the fact you lost a baby, not the fact you are physically incapacitated. Just himself. Just his sexual needs. And he's throwing a tantrum and giving you the silent treatment because you are unable to meet his demands. He is a narcissist. I hate to say this, but bringing a baby into the equation with a person like this will be absolutely disastrous. He will be jealous of the baby stealing your attention. He will feel neglected and cheat. Then he will blame you for his actions, abuse you and berate you for being a broken bike he can no longer ride. It's that simple. And this is how poorly this treatment has affected you. Instead of being angry and berating him into tomorrow, you are concerned that you are in the wrong for not agreeing to fulfill his demands. You're already living in trauma. Your fight-flight mode is engaged and you are in survival mode. Get out now. He has given you a super clear picture of your value in his life. Your husband is an asshole. A complete and total asshole. I am so very sorry for your loss. You deserve better than the treatment you're receiving.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.